we're making a video. Well, you're watching the video right now. Yeah, we're making a video and we're watching the video. Okay, so today we are doing a Q&A. So last week I asked you to send in your questions, and I got a bunch of questions both on Twitter and on YouTube. I have the questions pulled up on my phone. So my buddy Wahome asked a bunch of questions, so I'm gonna answer some of them, plus a few others from Twitter and around there. So Wahome asks, why iOS? Just the ecosystem. Being able to leave some messages on my phone and then pull them back up on my iPad and then pull them back up on my computer. It's easier. It's easier. That's the only reason. David asks, where are you from? My parents are American and German. I was born in London. I hold American, British, German, and so far that's it. Maybe Canadian sometime soon. I live in Canada right now. Wahome asks, switching to Android. Probably not. No, probably not. I wouldn't think so. Maybe I will. Probably not, though. Peter asks, how are you filling time in quarantine? Well, Peter, my brother and I started a podcast. That's pretty exciting. Link in the description below if you'd like to check it out. It's called Similarities, and we're going to have a new episode out sometime soon. I don't know, we've been slacking recently, but sometime soon there'll be a new one out. And yeah, so we've been doing a podcast. We've been doing a lot of YouTube videos. It's just been a pretty fun time. So, yeah. Neve. It's spelled Niamh. Oh, I think I've heard this name before. I think it's pronounced Neve. Asks, why did you always shoot videos outside? I think that's supposed to say, why do you always shoot videos outside? Well, here's an example, because I don't feel like setting up my bedroom upstairs every single time I want to do it, and it's a lot easier to just bring my light out here and bring stuff. I don't know, I like shooting outside. Gives a little bit of nice ambience. Hey Siri, how do you pronounce ambience?
Okay, I found this on the...
Yeah, okay, never mind. Wahome asks several questions. What thumbnail maker do you use? Lightroom and Photoshop. If I need to put text on it, I'll do in Photoshop and then bring it over to Lightroom and edit it up. Yeah, no, Lightroom and Photoshop, so not necessarily thumbnail makers, just like, editing software, platforms, programs. What do you think of Micro Four Thirds? Okay, so this is a question that I've gotten a few times actually. So basically, if you have a 16mm f2.8 lens on a Micro Four Thirds, then it's ultimately going to look zoomed in and cropped in because Micro Four Thirds sensors are really small, like a 32mm f5.6. So if you're going to get a Micro Four Thirds camera, I would recommend getting one of the lenses that are made for Micro Four Thirds cameras. So there are tons of them, 7 to 14 millimeters, 9 to 18 millimeters, very, very wide focal length. If you put it on like a full frame camera, then the result would be mind-boggling. What you can get out of a Micro Four Thirds lens on a full frame sensor, like a 7mm, that's crazy. But yeah, no, if you were gonna ask me what camera to get, I would probably recommend one of Sony's APS-C cameras. I just wouldn't really necessarily recommend Micro Four Thirds camera. You don't get the depth of field that you would with a full frame or an APS-C camera. It's even more cropped in. I wouldn't do it, but if you're in a pinch for budget, I guess it's a pretty good option. Kenneth asks something that is very relevant. What's the best camera under $500? Hey Kenneth, I have something to show you. Okay, open the camera app, and you're vlogging. You're welcome. Wahome asks, iPad mini in 2020? Yeah, I mean the new one from last year. There might be a new one coming out later this year, 2020 drop maybe. But yeah, no, I would say it's still a great device. If you're looking for a budget option for an iPad, I guess you would probably want to go for just like the iPad, because the iPad minis are actually more expensive than the iPad itself. Just the iPad, the naming is not ideal. But yeah, no, I mean it's a great tablet. If you're looking for a really small tablet, iPad mini is the way to go. But if you're just looking for a budget tablet, iPad mini is not the way to go. I think it's like $499 versus $329, so you're going to be saving a lot of money if you go for the baseline iPad. So I would recommend the baseline iPad if you're looking for an iPad on a budget. iOS 14 or iOS 13? This is kind of supposed to be like an obvious answer because, I don't know, like iOS 14 is the newest one. But I would say if I gave some thought to it, I would think, well, you probably want to wait for iOS 14 to come out, obviously, not do the beta right now. I have it on my phone. It's not buggy very much at all necessarily. So if you're looking for a beta, then go ahead and do iOS 14. But iOS 13, I don't know, there are just so many updates. I mean, it's hard. Yeah, there are just so many updates. So, yeah. Okay, Cynthia asks, what's my favorite color? My favorite color is blue. Okay, Wahome asks, what does iOS stand for? iOS doesn't really stand for anything. It's iDevice, the iPhone, the iPad. Operating system is what OS stands for. So OS, operating system. So that's what that stands for. What phone do you have? I have the iPhone XR right now. Hopefully 2020 drop, iPhone 12. Favorite lens? Ask me later. I'll do another Q&A sometime in the future. Not right now. Eric asks, why are you doing a Q&A? No, I don't know. Just wanted to do a Q&A, interact with you guys. So, yeah, that's why I'm doing a Q&A. And that is our last question for today. So I guess those 14 questions went by pretty quickly. I was hoping you'll get to 15, but I only got 14. So, yeah, that's it for me. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. And anyway, that's it. So, yeah, all right, that's been it. Okay, all right, bye. Yeah, all right. Okay, bye.